A reflection: who is your God? In our so-called modern times, there are a lot of people who have identified themselves with the free thinkers, being agnostic, being an atheist, or the lukewarm people, the lukewarm souls. There are even people recruiting others to join them not to believe God. And so there are so many people in our so-called modern times who do not have God in their life. Without God, our week would be a sin day, or mourn day, tears day, waste day, thirst day, fight day, shattered day. These 7 days without God makes one week. Now, if you have no God and you say that the Holy Trinity is not your God, if you have identified yourself with one of those groups of people that we have shown earlier, then this question is for you. Who is your God? Even though you claim to have no God, this question is still for you. Who is your God? Why is this question for you? You see, all of us fall on our knees and follow someone or something. Let me repeat that. All of us fall on our knees and follow someone or something. This someone or something is the one that you put in the throne. You may be wondering, what throne? This throne is normally the place reserved for God alone. Yet, this someone or something has taken over the throne. This someone or something is the one that we or you follow in your life. You may claim to have no God or do not believe in God, but there is still someone or something that you follow in your life. If you have removed God from your life, then most likely one of these examples have replaced God in the throne in your life. So here are the lists: money, pleasure, adventure thrills, power, sin, self, the devil. If you have removed God in your life, then any of these in the list have become your God. And these are all false gods. Is pleasure running your life right now? Is money the one that you are following? Are you living in sin? Are you all but adventure and thrills? Are these the only things that you care about? Or you don't follow anyone except yourself? You don't follow your God, the Trinity, except yourself. You have made yourself your own God. Or if you have rejected God and followed the devil. So these are the 7 false gods. This slide shows us how we, being dependent on material things, can replace God. From the 1st degree to the 4th degree, which is the worst, let's take a look at how our dependence on material things can take over the place of God. In the first degree, it darkens our judgment and weakens our will because we have become dependent on material things. In the second degree, there is already extreme lukewarmness in spiritual matters and carelessness about them. If you see yourself here, then you are in the second degree. In the third degree, God is abandoned and our whole will becomes centered on what we can acquire in this world. If you are so focused on acquiring something about this world, then you are in the third degree. In the fourth degree, which is the worst, material possessions have taken the place of God. You have made these material possessions your own God. Now let me ask you a question. Do you go to church regularly on Sundays? If you say no, it is most likely that you have replaced God already. Which of these have replaced God in your life? Is it money? Is it pleasure? Is it adventure, thrill? Is it self? Is it power? Is it sin? Or is it the devil? If you do not go to church regularly on a Sunday, then one of these seven is the reason why you don't go, and you have replaced God with this in the list. You have made one of these in the list your own God and has taken place the throne that is for God. Have you put yourself in the throne and made yourself your own God? Have you made your career more important than God? Is your money more important than God? Are thrills controlling your life right now? Your life is short. We should go back to God. Thrills are temporary. We should spend more time with God. Are adventures controlling your life right now? We have a very short life, and this remaining life, we should spend it to God because temporary things don't last and they draw us away from God, and this will lead us to destruction. And before we know it, life would end and we find ourselves away from God. What we should do with our remaining life is to go to God, return to God. We should use our remaining life to go back to God. Life without God is meaningless. It has no ultimate significance, value, or purpose. The concept of morality loses all meaning in a universe without God. In a universe without God, good and evil do not exist. There is only bare, valueless fact of existence. And you can't even say which one is right and which is wrong. If life ends at the grave, then it makes no difference whether one has lived as a Stalin, a non-believer, or a saint. You see, life was never meant to be lived without God. If you want more topics in theology, kindly visit our YouTube channel, Theology Explained for Beginners. Thank you very much.